I've been told I'm a good listener, and I genuinely believe that about myself. Which is maybe a little bit ironic, because today my girlfriend wanted to share an idea for an Instagram video she wanted to make. And I was excited. I was very excited. Not especially for me, but for her. I genuinely wanted to help her. I wanted to make her idea even better than it already was. And then, before I realized what was actually happening, there was silence. She had nothing left to say. Here's the thing about having ADHD. When someone shares something with me, it can be an idea, a plan, or even a half-formed thought. When that happens, something lights up inside me almost immediately. And it's not calculated, I can't control that. It just happens. It's like a fire that ignites. I want to be involved in the idea. I want to share my opinion. Most of the time I think I know what's the best for the other, which is really not the case. But the point is, it's not ego. It just fires in me. I can feel the connections forming in real time. My thoughts suddenly go from a Renault Twingo or a Citroën Twingo to a Ferrari. I can visually see and imagine where the idea could go. Sometimes I have the feeling I can finish someone else's thought, which is really not the case. And I can feel the excitement in myself building like pressure behind a door. And my brain goes, say it, say it. Say it now before the thought leaves you. Or say it now before you forget it. And believe me, I almost always forget those impulsive thoughts. Most of the time, I just say it out loud, what I think. And the thing is, I'm not trying to take over. I'm not Mr. Know-it-all that is just waiting on his turn to talk about his ideas. I genuinely care. When you bring me your thoughts or your ideas, I light up because of you, because of someone that I care about. I really want the best for that person and I want to think with them. I want to see it work. I want to pour fuel on that fire or on that little spark you made. And I have that fire at the moment, so I'm so excited to share that fire with you. That's the intention. Most of the time, it doesn't land in that way that we want to land it. But that's always been the intention. Here's what I didn't see for a very long time. People learn. People learn in a silent way. What I mean by that is people will start to share less and less stuff with you. Less intimate thoughts, less sparks. Most of the time, there's no argument. There's nobody that sits you down and says, hey, you, stop it for a moment, okay? You're talking over me and I want to share my thought. Most of the time, people don't have the guts or the courage to say that in my face, which I wouldn't mind. So that conversation never happens. What happens instead is much quieter. They stop sharing with you the fragile stuff they are dealing with. The half-formed ideas, their dreams, their wishes, the thoughts that actually need air to breathe or to give some space to those ideas, to let them form. And people stop sharing that with you because they already know what's gonna happen next. You get excited, too excited, and you run them down, or you run with their ideas. You'll add your layer on top of theirs until it buries their idea. And suddenly, without meaning to, it's not their idea anymore. It's like a collaboration they didn't ask for. So they keep silent. They keep the soft stuff for themselves. You just slowly become that one person that nobody really likes to talk to. Or you stop being that person people open up to. And that's the part that hits the hardest. Because from the outside it looks like arrogance. It looks like your idea is just better than theirs. Like you're not really interested in what they have to say, just waiting for the gap to fill with your own words or your own voice. Most of the time, that's not our intention. Our intention is quite the opposite. This bulldozing effect, like I call it, is an act from love. It's out of love that we do that. It's because we feel this genuine excitement for you, from caring so much about the person or the idea that the person has, that our brains can't just physically wait for that momentum. The momentum builds up in ourselves, and we really want to share that idea. And I know it's very hard to understand that, but that's just how our brains work. So here is the full story what actually happened today. Like I already said, my girlfriend wanted to share a video idea with me, and I could feel it happening in real time. The excitement building, the opinions in my head forming, the suggestions queuing up behind my teeth. And then I couldn't hold myself. I just said it, and I pushed my idea a little bit too hard. Not to be right. No, I just wanted to help. My girlfriend, she stopped mid-sentence and she gave me that stare. You just want to push your idea of my story, and you didn't even listen to the points I want to make. She was right. I stood there flabbergasted, like, yeah, you're right. I asked her to continue, and she said, I have nothing left to say. I think you know it better than me. And for a second I just sat there. I didn't know what to do. And then I saw it. It was like I was stepping outside my body to see a version of myself in the past, what just happened. I was acting like a Mr. Knows-It-All. And then I asked a very important question. How can I actually help you? What do you think you need right now at this moment? Then the answer came. She said, just try to listen to me. Don't interrupt me and try to hold your horses. So I did. I held my horses and I tried to hold them steady. It was not easy because there was a whole stampede of thoughts and suggestions forming in my brain, but I held them. I held them with the reins and I let her finish. And I'm quite proud of that moment. And then when she was actually done, like really done with her story, I could add my explanation or my suggestion to build on top of that. And it landed completely differently. It landed much more softly because it was added on her story, not just placed over her story. And that's just the whole win I wanted to share with you today. It's not a breakthrough, not a big transformation or something. It's just one moment where I got it in time, and where my girlfriend was willing to give me also that space and to say like, look, you talk over me. And I think that's what it actually looks like if you have ADHD. You're not gonna fix that. And maybe the answer will disappoint you, but if you get better at just holding your reins of those horses a bit tighter every conversation and a bit longer, you will see a big transformation happening. Because people will start to open up again to you. They will listen to you and they will share more with you. But don't let that enthusiasm die, please. Have you ever cared so much about someone's idea coming to life that you literally started to talk over them with your own ideas, that it made them feel like they were unseen? Probably you have. If you have ADHD, it's a very common thing that happens, for me at least. Feel free to share that in the comments. I genuinely would like to know what's your story. And it doesn't mean you have to fit in the box. I made a whole video about fitting in right over here. See you in the next one.